Hello everyone, this is FC7. I hope everyone's doing well. Today I'm going to share my playthrough of Anniversary Tower Quests 1 through 4 and the tower trials for each one. Here is the Anniversary Tower in North Row, and let's get started. So we'll start with Tower Trial 1. So just pick up this item, click on it, and you should have the quest. And it's on to South Row. For those that are wondering, yes, there was a video on this very same quest uploaded earlier this year, but there has been 2 or 3 changes made to it, so this is considered an update on my part. I believe the 2 changes that the developers have made since then are the lockout timer. So instead of something like 2 or 3 hours, it's now 6, as well as the key that you make doesn't have to be redone, remade every single time you want to do the quest. So originally you would have to do this tower trial, create the key every single time you wanted to do the main quest. They changed that to just doing this quest one time. So as we start out here, we need to kill this orc, loot the item, put it in the key here. Now move on to the next named. And I'll show each location. So it's just up here where the sand giants are. And you should get the Cyclops to spawn right about now. And I don't really find this quest very difficult. I don't even need my mercenary up for this one. So as you can see, not many hit points. My pet was able to just solo it. And on to the next part. So we'll just go over to Spectre Island. So there should be a named Spectre that spawns right here. There we go. A haunting Spectre. And my pet will make short work of it. So, there we go. So that's the first tower trial. Fairly easy. Like I said, I didn't even need to have my mercenary up, my healer mercenary. So now on to the main quest, the Oasis of Sand. So once you have the key, just right click on it with your group. For this quest I will be using my main group, my main box group, my bard, my mage, my ranger, my wizard, and my enchanter. So this first step is just killing 2 mobs, I believe, to the left. There can be different mobs, different types, every time you do this quest. So in this particular one I have 2 crocodiles here. But I think in the other video I uploaded it was something else. I don't even remember, maybe giant frogs. So some more information, my bard is level 120, my mage is 123, ranger is 125, my wizard is 119, and my enchanter is level 125. So that is the box team I will be using throughout this whole video. And I suggest having an enchanter in your group. As with everything, an enchanter, well, you live or die by how how good your enchanter is. So you absolutely need crowd control. My ranger's here for DPS. Obviously my wizard is a DPS as well. And then my mage is just using the pet as the main tank. Different people have different setups, and it's understandable. I've been using a caster my entire EverQuest career, so I'm used to casters. Other people may want to bring in a melee, like a paladin, shadow knight, warrior. But in my case, my mage pet does fine. So at this point, it's just a matter of killing the specter named. And I think he has some kind of AoE, but it didn't seem to affect any of my characters. A little bit more information. My bard has 37,000 AAs, my mage has 42,000, ranger 42,000, wizard 39,000, and my enchanter 38,000. So that is my box team at the moment. They do a pretty good job. Hopefully the gear that I get from this anniversary tower will help gear me up to do some progression later on in the year. Alright, so that is the Oasis of Sand quest, and completing it will unlock these items. It will also unlock a charm. And of course, the only NPC in the zone is located right here. I will not even try to pronounce her name, but that is the merchant that sells the items. They all unlock once you complete certain quests. So there's the charm. So as you can see, it is pretty impressive. Now on to Tower Trial 2. So Tower Trial 2, just do the exact same thing that you did for Trial 1. There'll be a glowing item in front of the door. Click on it, get the quest, and this one will give you a shovel. And I will show you exactly what it does coming up. On to Lava Storm Mountains. So now you'll need to find rocks. And I believe using a tracker helps. But I don't recall. My ranger did this a couple months ago, but I don't know if you can find them on tracking. I believe you can. But right now my mage is just winging it, trying to find a rock pile. So there we go, there's a first one. And just click on the shovel. Get rid of this stuff first. And a mob will spawn, and you just kill the mob. So again, you need 3 items for this tower trial. Put it in the key, the broken key, and then hit combine. So there is item number 1, and you can get duplicates. So you have to keep going around the zone, finding the rock piles, until you get all 3 of these special items. So here we go with the second one. And at this point, I had my warrior have my mage join the group so that I could make him the assist so I could see these rock piles better. So as you can see, there's like a little light ring around the item or the mob. That only happens when you are the assist. So that's a little tip to help find these if you're not a tracking class. So as you can see, I have all three items for the quest. Hit combine and it's done. So that's pretty good. On to the Oasis of Lava quest and the tower. So you just go back to the tower, click on the lava key, and you'll get the quest. Oasis of Lava. Have your box team zone in. And this one is fairly easy if you have an enchanter. I don't know how you can really do this without one. I'm sure there's a way for some super groups, maybe some raiders to do it, but with me, I really needed my enchanter for crowd control, because what you want to do is just DPS the named, and you have to keep mezzing these two ads that pop up. So in my case, there's a yellow con and two blues. Just keep your DPS on the named, keep your enchanter on the lookout for the two ads that keep popping up. So here we are, just mezzing as soon as possible. As you can see, the named is really dropping fast in his hit points. We'll just get these guys down. This actually is the easiest one so far, if you know how to do it. So lava's completed. It used to be my most challenging one, but I have it down pretty good. Just make sure to bring an enchanter. So now this is what this unlocks. The Oasis of Lava quest unlocks all of this stuff and the mask. So this is a level 115 to 124 mask, the stats that I have on mine, and here is the level 125 mask that I have on my ranger right now. So as you can see, there's quite a jump from 115 to 125 on the Tower Trial 3. So this one will take place in Greater Feydark. Again, just do exactly what you did for the last two. Zone into Greater Fey and kill these skeletons. So just search for every skeleton in the zone. Kill them and loot the items. This might be a little bit tough for people that are lower level, but for me it was fine. Here's the first item that I found. I think there's actually two. So there's one, two. Get rid of all this stuff. That's a duplicate I don't need. So now with this part, make sure that all the skeletons are dead, because there's like 25 count that you gotta kill. So once you do the last one, once you kill the last one, a named will spawn over here by these two trees in the stump. Right over there. An orc slaver. So just make short work of him. Again, not very difficult at all. And he will drop the last piece, the last part, which is right there. So just loot that, combine it, and there you go. That wasn't all that difficult. But I thought I would add this last video in because I wanted to show exactly where that last name spawned, the orc slaver. So if you look on the map, it's right in this area. I just thought that might be a little helpful tip here, in case you're wondering where exactly he spawns. Right there. Now, on to the quest Oasis of Forests. So just click on your key in front of the third door, zone in, and you're ready. And in this particular case, I got attacked right away. But I don't know if that's supposed to happen or not. Just make sure to have your enchanter ruin your whole group before you zone in. And then again, it's just a case of killing mobs that aggro on you. Let's just kill this one that aggroed on me when I zoned in. Then the quest starts. So there's 2 that will attack you. My mage pet was okay for the challenge here, but I always have my enchanter ready to mez these guys. It was easy enough to have my mage pet tank 2 at once. So, get this guy down and on to the next step. So, just come over here, and these 2 will aggro you. Maybe 1. They seem to be locked into place, so if you try to pull them over where I am, they'll just warp back to where they are. I always make my group setup in these quests right here. So you zone in and just go to the left, and that's been working for me so far. We'll just get rid of these guys, finish them off. So now that's completed. And it's just on to the last named here. And I was a little bit unprepared for this one, because you do get the named spawned, and I thought that it was just a named, but I guess he has ads that spawn too, so one of them actually got my enchanter. I wasn't prepared for the skeletons, so there's like 3 of them that spawned. And apparently my mercenary wasn't able to keep up, and I wasn't properly buffed, so my enchanter got killed there, but I actually pulled this one out. So forest is complete, and for some reason a skeleton that was aggroed is still trying to kill my tank here, my pet tank. So I'll just finish him off. Seems like a little bit of a bug, maybe. Maybe he was supposed to despawn too, but who knows. Alright, so after he's done, forest is over. Now it is on to Tower Trial 4. So go up to door 4, again, just like the rest. Right click, and you will get the Tower Trial. And it will just lead you to Everfrost Peaks. So you just have the quest here. This one's a little bit more involved than the rest. And with this one, you have to find the hole in the ice. Any longtime player will recognize this spot. It's the only way to get underneath the ice. And if you have a decent map, it should show you where the ice hole is. But I thought that was a cool touch, going underneath the water to get these updates. So there's the first fish that you need to kill. Alright, we have that one. Yeah, I think that hole in the ice has actually been in a lot of my videos. I know it was definitely for the one for my Necro. It was the epic request, that step. But on to this video. Let's get these updates. Alright, we have that fish now. So that task stage is complete. Now on to the next task stage. There we go. So we have that one. So this next part involves finding updates. I'll get out of the ice hole here. Just find the opening. So this step involves finding different crevasses to have updates. So it's mostly, well, it's all up in this area. So we'll just run through here, and I'll have the map up to show you exactly where to go. So I thought I'd tell a little story about this part of the quest. There's a crevasse that I could not get to no matter how hard I tried, the third one, and it turns out that the map maker actually forgot to add that crevasse in, so I was spending all afternoon trying to find it. And I'll show you the part when it comes up, but it was very time consuming. So here's the first update. You don't have to click on the fish or anything. That's a mistake I made. I was walking around this area thinking that you needed to right click on the fish, but you don't. You just need to have it in your inventory. So then just kill the polar bear here. So that task stage is complete and you get one of the items. So just put that in the broken key, if I can find it here. Now on to the second crevasse. And I'll have the location on the map. So right in this area. Polar bear should spawn. Just DPS him down. So the second item. And this is the third part. This is the part I was having issues with. I don't know if you have the same map that I do, but there's a spot at the bottom here that's actually missing the crevasse. So you just look like you're walking into a void. This took me like all afternoon to figure out, at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I was searching through forums, I was asking around, but yeah. So that kind of messed me up. If you're a map maker, make sure that you finish up your maps correctly. It could cost somebody a lot of time. So we'll just DPS this polar bear down and get the main quest started. Get this tower trial completed. There we go. So there we go. I'll have to finish up some of these quests because I have too many rewards here. Now on to the main quest in Oasis of Frost, Anniversary Tower. Click on it, bring your group in. Now this one is a little unique. You have to pick up torches off the floor, off the ground, and then just walk over to the mobs and the task stage should update. They will come alive and start attacking. I think 2 at a time. Again, I have my enchanter with me as usual. Make sure that this task is CC'd. Nothing particularly difficult about this one. I'll just show some highlights of this fight. So that's complete, and I think you need to pick up you need to pick up the torches every time it updates. I wasn't quite clear on that. But either way, I was picking up torches and just walking over to these guys. So there we go. And I believe, okay, so area here is covered in frost, so it'll be slippery, but I don't have to worry about that. I think I have to pick up a different torch, the one over here. And then it will trigger these mobs. There we go. And again, they leash, so if you pull them too far, they'll leech back, so now that they're taken care of, onto the main named. So he should be right there. Okay, so like I said, this whole area here is slippery and the mob leashes, so maybe bring in a pet to tank would be a good idea, because I can imagine melee surrounding him would just be slipping all over the place. So I'll just finish him up. I'll just have my mage use mana burn. Finish this fight up pretty quick. And annihilate him. There we go. So Frost is complete, which is up to date as of April, which I'm making this video, April of 2024. So that is everything. Now, onto the unlocked gear, and just to make this clear, I do not play as an all-access player. I only play all-access 1 month out of the year, so as you can see, these upgrades are definitely an upgrade for me, my level 125 ranger. I circled some of the highlights that I have here. Luck is very hard to find in non-all-access play, so that looks like something new. The HEM is outstanding, dexterity is amazing, and it looks like there's a lot of room for upgrades as far as different slots, and I can upgrade the luck as well. So that should just about do it for this video. Any questions, comments, leave them below. Have a great day.